understand. Your love is on one in a million. It goes on and on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't already know, I'm Jayla J. Go ahead and click that very red, very free subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the like button as well and turn on notifications. Well, of course, if you don't like nice things, but I promise you'll like this. So I'm gonna play in some makeup and talk to y'all for a little bit. So what we're gonna talk about today is creating trust within yourself. Because oftentimes, a lot of the things that you do are based on how well you believe in yourself. And for a lot of people, they don't believe in themselves. So I want to give like a few tips or advice on how to help you propel yourself forward and create the life that you feel like you deserve, or help you create the life that you want to live, dream to live, but don't necessarily know how to do it. All the products that I will be using will be linked or listed down below. So the thing with trust is trust issues start when there is self-doubt within your own self. Having doubt within you and you not knowing or realizing it, you will tend to project it onto other people. And I do apologize, I don't have my contacts in, so if I keep on looking down, it's because I'm looking down at my laptop and I'm blind and I have the words as big as possible and I can still barely see them, so bear with me. So projecting your trust issues onto other people is very detrimental to the health of any relationship that you're in. Because if you can't, one, trust yourself, and then two, be able to trust the other partner, or your partner, your friend, or whatever, it causes like a serious rift. And I say that because, one, I've experienced it myself, that even though I wasn't doing anything, because usually, you know, when people say like, oh, when people accuse other people or their boyfriend or girlfriend of cheating, they must be cheating themselves to like take the heat off of them. That's not always true, because people have trust issues just based off of like abandonment issues or really any sort of trauma that has happened where it's like they put their trust into somebody and it was like snatched away. And these are all issues that, or specifically trust issues, is something that you have to deal with on your own level first. Like if you can't trust yourself to get up and drink a bottle of water, you know, or have enough water intake, and it's like you're not super busy, like there's nothing really going on, and you're just there. You can't trust yourself to do a simple task like that. That's an issue, and maybe an idea of where you want to start. So me personally, how I deal with my trust issues is like the example I used with the water. Like I make it a known thing that I have to do. Like I set a reminder, like I may have it written down somewhere. I set a bottle of water next to me. And this was me starting out. I set a bottle of water next to me like in the morning. So it's like, ooh, that's what I gotta do. Like, after you brush your teeth. I mean, I'm not judging you if you drink water before you brush your teeth, but the water will taste a whole lot better if you drink it after you brush your teeth. That's all I'm gonna say. The first thing I would say, outside of like setting little tasks, I would say be you unapologetically. Do not care about the next person, Sue, Lou, Benny, and Andy. I would not care about the opinions they have of you, because at the end of the day, it's you and you. It's you versus you. So whatever anyone has to say about it, don't care. Like, still, you can still value people's opinions, especially if they're like close friends and family, but still keep that true sense of self and know that it's okay to not always take everyone's word into consideration. And this also goes for insulting opinions. And I read this quote somewhere on Instagram. I do not know who it's by, so do not try and come for me on that. But it says, in order for me to be insulted by your opinion, by what you say, I first have to value your opinion. And that goes so deep, because you can still value someone's opinion and still not care. You know what I mean? Like, people will have all types of things to say about like the type of job I work, or the things, my own personal actions, my own personality. Like, someone will always have something to say. So live you unapologetically. Like, if you feel like there's some character issues you might want to tweak because you know it's an issue, don't let someone be like, you need to fix that. Know you first, because you are your own worst critic. You are the first person to realize something about you. Like, even if it's on a subconscious level, you know the things that you do, whether it's healthy or whether it's toxic. So do that inner work, inner searching yourself, and don't let people come up to you and tell you something you don't know about yourself, because I've experienced before I, really started growing. I experienced it. Like, people would tell me, oh, you're like this, oh, you're like that. Oh, I think you need to do this and do that. And I wasn't that self-aware. And so it would hurt my feelings. I'm like, oh my God, I'm really that way? Oh my, like, I would take it so personal. But also sometimes you have to realize people, when they come up to you and say stuff like that, sometimes they're projecting their own selves. Like, if it's a quality trait, like, y'all, I'm hilarious, okay? I crack jokes, stuff like that. But if a person that doesn't necessarily have that trait or that charm and they're jealous of it, they're like, oh, you need to change that. Oh, I don't like that. And that's them projecting their beliefs and their inner workings on you. And that has nothing to do with you, because if you already know you already know what you need to change, and then become willing to change it. And so, to carry on my idea, you can't control how people see you, because you could be the nicest person in the world and someone will still find something negative to say about you. Oh, you're too nice. Oh, you're too sweet. Oh, you're too this. Oh, you're too that. Like, you cannot please everyone in this world. So why try? So accept yourself. Let me look at you. Accept yourself, my love. All the good and all the bad. Work on making the good better, and work on making the bad good. Because when you become a better person, you can help make other people a better person, and you typically won't even hang around the same people, think the same way, feel the same way, see things in life in the same way. So why not accept who you are and go change the world, girl, guy, everyone who's watching? So that was step number 1. Step number 2 is to set goals. Like I was saying earlier, like, I wanted to drink more water, so I set goals, and then very specific goals, and then played them out. Like, because a goal without an action, without a plan, is just a dream. And we can have dreams, but we're gonna make them dreams come reality. Sis, bro, we're not just gonna sit in the, oh, I want to, oh, I need to. You're going to, and that's a fact. I'm not going to insult your intelligence, because all of the people, the good people that watch me, are intelligente, if you will. So, but a goal is something that's specific, reasonable, and obtainable. Like, you don't want to say, oh, I want to climb Mount Everest in 2 months. Not saying you can't, but it's a little much, especially if you're not a hiker, climber. If that's not your area of expertise, then that's not reasonable. is specific, but it's not reasonable and obtainable. And I say that because goals, they're good to help build trust. At least gives you a starting point on what you're going to do, what you want to do, and how to at least start in achieving what you want to achieve. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I've had lofty and vague goals. I was like, one thing I will say, this goal is becoming a reality, because simply, like, I took the time in and actually did the research and whatnot. So now it's not lofty and vague, but initially when I said it, it was. I was like, I want to own my own club or bar. And I didn't do none of the work, none of the research in order to know what it takes to run a club and a bar. I didn't talk to people like realtors that specifically look into stuff like that. I was just like, I want to own a club, because I've seen like the clubs and stuff that I went to and would go to, that they were lacking something. Like, I needed, like, there was a service that I wanted, but it wasn't necessarily provided. And I was like, I'm gonna make a club just like this, but better. And had no idea what I was doing. I didn't understand the aspect side of business, nothing. I was just like, this is what I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna do it. But then when I realized, I was like, that may not be the best thing. I kind of took a step back and I was like, okay, what are the steps and what I need to do? How can I be successful and have a successful business? What are the foundational things that I need to do in order to be successful in this area? And I do want to say that even if you don't reach a goal, do not get discouraged. Do not grow discouraged. Even if it's a good goal that you feel like you are, like, should be able to reach this the first try, don't get discouraged, because failure is a very real thing. But failure is also not a bad thing. And I feel like that's what a lot of people think a lot of the times. It's like, oh my God, I failed. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. And they quit. But a little secret to failure: the pros started off as beginners. The masters were once students. They just know how to fail better. And failure is a natural part of life. Like, sometimes you fail to brush your teeth. Don't lie. I know your breath probably stinking right now. But don't grow so discouraged when you don't reach that goal you feel like you should have. Because one thing about life, this here thing called life, is that we have it in abundance. And we have an abundance of time. Now, it may not feel like it, but if you maximize it and really go for what it is that you want and want to achieve, time is nothing, because you'll start one day and then boom, you'll see the fruits of your labor. Now, it's going to take hard work, because things don't come easy, and it's very special cases when they do. But just know that when you're putting in that time and that hard work, you'll get to that goal that you set for yourself. Like, don't worry, baby girl. Don't worry, baby boy. You'll get there. And try and set like smaller, realistic goals. So like, if one goal of mine was to become a more productive person. And one thing I did was, getting out of bed. I'm sorry guys, but the bed is not your workspace. You have to have like a space dedicated for this. And that goes more into depth about like psychology, which I'm not gonna get into, maybe in another video. But you have to create designated spaces for the things that you want to do. Like, the kitchen is for cooking, the living room is for chilling, your bedroom is for sleeping. Your bed, specifically, is not for work. And you find it very hard to get work done while you're laying in bed, right? So one goal I set for myself, because I wanted to be more productive, I would get up out of bed, and then make my bed. Now you think that, oh, J-Lo, that's something everyone does. Actually, no. Some people do not make their beds, whether they get up out of them or not. And I was one of those people. I just would not get up out of bed for whatever reason, or make my bed for whatever reason. I don't know, because I was raised, the way I was raised was kind of like, not straight, but like my parents taught me to clean. And so I'm like, when I became an adult, I guess it was like, oh my God, I'm my own space. I don't have to clean it. I can live in the dirt. But if you want to become a more productive person, a clean space is a clear mind. And so you can let the creativity flow and everything. And I didn't realize that. And so when I finally came to this conclusion or this realization, because I do experience depression, and I realized that sometimes a dirty space contributes to that. So even if you are feeling down and feeling low and don't want to clean, get up and clean. You might feel better once you're finished cleaning. Like setting these realistic goals, realistic everyday goals, helps you in the long run, because genuinely, like, you making your bed every day creates discipline, and discipline is a lot of things that we need. Discipline is something we need in order to be successful in everyday life. And being disciplined builds trust within yourself, because you can trust yourself that you're going to get up and make your bed and then start your day, be productive, brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, cook you breakfast. It just sets the tone for your day. And plus, you feel great while doing it. Maybe not at first, because at first when I started, I dreaded making my bed. I'm like, why do I have to make my bed? But I remembered my why. Like, why am I doing this? Because I was in a real dark place when I was going through this and having these realizations. And it didn't seem like it was needed or necessary. But now, here I am talking to you on why it's necessary, because I feel like my life has grown and developed so much, and I just want to be able to share my experiences and my growth with you, and hopefully it will help you grow if these are some things or areas in life that you don't already know, didn't really think about. I'm just trying to help the people out. The third step is to be kind to yourself, and really this should be the first one. Give yourself grace, because no one is perfect, y'all. And you can't put that expectation of perfection on you, because that is a hard weight, heavy, very heavy weight for you to carry now. And why would you want, like, yes, you have goals to be like a great person, but you can't be a perfect person. You remember that little thing called failure? Yeah, that sucks. So when you're not kind to yourself and you fail, you're not gonna give yourself that grace. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I should have been able to do this. Oh my God, I shoulda. No. Yes, you can put expectations on yourself, but not very high expectations. You know, it's especially just starting out. Now, if you've been in a game for a minute and something happens and you've already learned this lesson or done this thing and you fail, then you're like, maybe I need to revisit that lesson and really take it in and apply it the way it needs to be applied. But other than that, give yourself grace. Do not beat yourself up, because that creates an environment not conducive to your growth. Because if you're beating yourself up, being like, I should have done this, I should have done that, you'll probably won't get there. Yes, you can be hard on yourself, but not to the point where you're driving yourself insane and you drive yourself into like a sadness because you feel like you didn't reach those goals. Like I said, you have space and time. I'm not saying take your time or waste your time, but in due time, you will get there. And I have so much more to speak on this topic. So with that being said, this is the end of the video. I love y'all. Drink some water, brush your teeth, and take a nap. Love you. Bye.